Hey, Shalom, it's Joanna again. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Psalm 69. There's a lot of verses in there that Christians take to refer to Jesus, and I'd like to take a look and see whether the chapter actually does refer to Jesus. Now, what we're going to do is a little different than my other formats. Because this one is so twisted, we're going to take a look at all the quote-unquote messianic verses in the chapter first. And then we're going to take a look and see what the chapter actually says. I'm using the Hebrew Bible numbering system, which is a little different from the Christian system, but you should be able to follow along. So I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so verse 9. I am a stranger to my brothers, an alien to my kin. This was allegedly fulfilled in Matthew chapter 12, verses 48-49. But he answered and said to them, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples, and said, Behold my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my mother, my brother, my sister, and my mother. Next is verse 10. My zeal for your house has been my undoing. The reproaches of them who revile you have fallen upon me. And for that we have John 2:13-17. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and changers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small courts, he drove them out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the money changers' money, and overthrew the temples, and said to them that sold doves, Take these hence, make not my Father's house a house of merchandise. Then his disciples remembered what was written, The zeal of thy house has eaten me up. Then verse 22, They gave me gall for my food, vinegar to quench my thirst. And that is supposed to be fulfilled in Matthew 27:34. They gave him vinegar to drink mixed with gall, and when he had tasted thereof he would not drink. And same chapter, verse 48, Mark 15:36, Luke 22:36, and John 19:29-30. That's at the crucifixion. He's being given vinegar with gall. I'm going to humor the Christians and pretend for the minute that this story of the crucifixion is true, just to humor the Christians for a minute. So now let's read Psalm 69 and see what it's about. For the leader on Shushan name of David. Deliver me, O God, for the waters have reached my neck. I am sinking in the slimy deep, and find no foothold. I have come into the watery depths, the floods sweep me away. I am weary with calling, my throat is dry, my eyes fail while I wait for God. More numerous than the hairs of my head are those that hate me without reason. Many are those who would destroy me, my treacherous enemies. Must I restore what I have not stolen? God, you know my folly. My guilty deeds are not hidden from you. Oh, hold on. My guilty deeds are not hidden from you? Wait a sec. I thought Jesus was perfect. Let those who look to you, O Lord God of hosts, be not disappointed on my account. Let those who seek you, O God of Israel, not be shamed because of me. It is for your sake I have been reviled, that shame covers my face. Wait a second. It is for your sake I have been reviled? I thought that Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and men. Going on. I am a stranger to my brothers, an alien to my mother's kin. My zeal for your house has been my undoing. The reproaches of those who revile you have fallen upon me. Well, I thought we saw that Jesus fulfilled those, but he didn't exactly fulfill them together, like they're written together in the verse. When I wept and fasted, I was reviled for it. I made sackcloth my garment. I became a byword among them. Those who sit in the gate talk about me. I am the taunt of drunkards. Wait a minute. When I wept and fasted, I was reviled for it? Hang on. Wasn't there an incident in Mark chapter 2 where the people came to him and asked why he didn't fast? And didn't he say, can the children of the bride chamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days shall come when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them. Then shall they fast in those days? Yeah, there it is, right there in Mark 2, 19 and 20. And there again, in Luke 5:34 and 35. Hang on a second. How is it that he can say that the people aren't fast, his disciples don't fast because he's with them, and he's getting reviled for fasting? He never fasted. That sounds more like John to me. And then I made sackcloth my garment? That's not Jesus. Verse 14. As for me, may my prayer come to you, O Lord, at a favorable moment. O God, in your abundant faithfulness, answer me with your sure deliverance. Rescue me from the mire, let me not sink. Let me be rescued from my enemies, and from the watery depths. Let the flood waters not sweep me away. Let the deep not swallow me. Let the mouth of the pit not close over me. Answer me, O Lord, according to your great steadfastness, and according with your abundant mercy turn to me. Do not hide your face from your servant, for I am in distress. Answer me quickly, come near to me and redeem me, free me from my enemies. But Jesus didn't get freed from his enemies, did he? He died on the cross, didn't he, Christians? Verse 20. You know my reproach, my shame, my disgrace. You are aware of all my foes. Reproach breaks my heart. I am in despair. I hope for consolation, but there is none, for comforters, but find none. They gave me gall for my food, vinegar to quench my thirst. May their table be a trap for them, a snare for their allies. May their eyes grow dim so that they cannot see. May their loins collapse continually. Pour out your wrath on them. May your blazing anger overtake them. Encampments be desolate, may their tents stand empty, for they persecute those who you have struck. They talk about the pain of those you have felled. Add that to their guilt. Let them have no share of your beneficence. May they be erased from the book of life, and not be inscribed with the righteous. Wait. Okay, hold on a second. They gave me gall for my food, and vinegar to quench my thirst. We already saw that was at the crucifixion. Now how is it that at the same crucifixion where he says, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do, he's prophesied as saying, strike them. Let them be stricken from the book of life. That doesn't sound very consistent to me. Verse 30. But I am lowly and in pain. Your help, O God, keeps me safe. I will extol God's name with song, exalt him with praise. That will please the Lord more than oxen, than bulls with horns and hoofs. The lowly will see and rejoice. You who are mindful of God, take heart, for the Lord listens to the needy, and does not spurn his captives. Heaven and earth shall extol him, the seas and all that move in them. For God will deliver Zion, and rebuild the cities of Judah. They shall live there, and inherit it. The offspring of his servants shall possess it. Those who cherish his name shall dwell there. But after Jesus came, Jerusalem was destroyed. Can somebody please explain to me how it is that this passage talks about Jesus?